Pecan Plantation, mandatory membership homeowners association? What does that even mean? What does it cost and what do I get? Well, stay tuned and I'm going to share that with you next. All right, the purpose of our homeowners association is to protect our values and to keep us safe. That is why we have a homeowners association in Pecan Plantation. Let me tell you a little bit about the governance. We have 9 board members on our board and they hold 3-year terms. So every 3 years, these folks go off, the next folks go off, and the next folks go off after that. So they have 3-year terms. We have the board of directors. It is a fantastic group of volunteers. And what it means to be a board of director, anybody can run for the board. All you have to do is become a member of the Homeowners Association and you're immediately qualified. We've got a fantastic staff out here. Just to name a few, we've got a general manager, we've got an operations manager, controller, security director, we've got an executive chef, we've got a tennis pro. So we have a fantastic staff of people that help keep this place running. So let's talk a little bit about safety and security, since that's one of the purposes of our HOA is to keep us safe. We've got security gates. There is a security gate at the front, which is called the front gate of Pecan, is off of Fall Creek Highway. The back gate of Pecan is off of Mambrino Highway. These gates are manned with a human being. They're manned from 6 a.m. to midnight. Now, outside of that time frame from 6 a.m. to midnight, should you have a guest that arrives or a child that's come home from college that the sticker isn't working on their car that opens the gates, there is an intercom box located right next to the security building, and you can just push that little intercom box and it'll take you straight to speaking with someone that's at the front gate, to speaking with someone that's at the clubhouse, because the front desk is always manned at the clubhouse. We're going to talk a lot about the Columns magazine. This is a magazine which is a publication that goes out to all members of Pecan Plantation. It's monthly and it has got a bunch of fantastic information in there that is mailed out to us. We also have access to reading that online. And let's talk a little bit about what you might see in the Columns magazine, and that is information about our trash pickup. So we've got trash pickup that is part of your monthly assessment, and the trash service is on every Tuesday. They ask that you put your stuff in containers. These are not provided by Pecan. You can go up to Home Depot and you can go up to Lowe's and you can get the trash containers that have rollers on them. Bags are okay, but please remember we're in the country. We're in the country and it would not be unusual to have a raccoon dig into your trash. So if you can put things in the plastic trash containers, that would be what is preferred. So the containers need to be on the street after 4 o'clock on Monday, and then they need to be pulled up by 10 o'clock on Tuesday after the trash service runs. We also have some really cool collection station out here in Pecan. And so what that is over off of Ravenswood. It's near the RV park. The specific dates are in the Columns magazine and the times, but basically it's the last Saturday of each month. It's open for recycling, limbs, and trash from 8 to noon. And then on Wednesdays, branches and recycling items from 4 to 6. So as we live in Pecan Plantation, our trees are self-pruning. We constantly have tree branches that are falling off, and we just gather those up and you can take them down the collection station on Wednesday. The tennis center, behind the tennis center, we have an aluminum recycling can location. And so we just ask, collect your aluminum cans, bring them down there and we can recycle them. They really are able to generate money at the tennis center, and they've been able to put in additional courts just because of the recycling that's been done. There is a Hood County Citizens Collection Station that's over off Bray Street. If you've got something like hazardous waste material or something that you need to take and dump, that can be done in Hood County. That's just not necessarily done in Pecan. Let's talk about Pecan Plantation Fire and EMS. This is the best known or unknown secret in Pecan Plantation is our EMS and fire. It is amazing. So Pecan Plantation Fire and EMS is a separate entity from PPOA. They have a separate board, they have separate board meetings, and they meet on a different schedule than our HOA. At the EMS station, you can get flu shots, blood pressure checks. They are the people that call, this is our 911 provider. So when you dial 911 and you have an emergency, it's toned into the Pecan EMS, and they are who is going to arrive on the scene. So a little bit about them: they will transport you to any hospital that you need to go to within reason. If you have been shot accidentally, you may want to go to JPS. If you've caught on fire, you may want to go to Parkland. If you have some sort of heart issue, you may want to go to Med City. So it just depends on what your issue is as to where they will take you. They don't necessarily have to take you to Lake Granbury Medical Center or Glen Rose Medical Center. So the important part about that, on your Acton Municipal Utility District bill, that's AMUD, that's our water provider, there are going to be $2 charges on there. One's going to be for CareFlight and one's going to be for Texas EMS. And so as long as you're paying those $2 on your AMUD bill, you are paying for an insurance policy to be able to have that air transportation. And last I heard, it costs about 40 to 50 grand to get care flighted to the hospital. So for $2, it is totally worth it. I personally have had the experience, gosh, it was probably 11 or 12 years ago. Jennifer was probably really young at the time, and she was running through the house, and our dog at the time, Cowboy, he was running behind her, and she missed a step and she hit the wall and she got this bump on her head. Well, I was a new mom. I didn't know, it just scared me to death. I called 911, and I bet we had 9 people in my living room. They just, this fantastic volunteer community, they all just came, and it was fantastic. We got the care that we needed. There's always going to be 2 ambulances that show up anyway, just from a safety standpoint, or to have help. They don't know if you're going to be a 300-pound man or a 20-pound kid. So, but it's just been a fantastic experience. We also have an ISO rating of 3, which is what I understand as being superb as far as your insurance premiums are concerned. There's always volunteer needs with the fire and the EMS. I can't say enough about these people. They are fantastic. Let's talk about golf. Woo. Okay, so when you join Pecan Plantation, you are immediately a member of the Pecan Plantation golf course. If you want to play golf 2 to 3 days a week, Pecan might be all you ever need. There are 2 golf courses out here in Pecan. One is the Pecan course, the other is the Nutcracker course. The Nutcracker golf course is a course that is privately owned, and it is inside Pecan Plantation. So your membership gets you Pecan, and then you would have to pay an additional membership if you wanted to join the Nutcracker Golf Club. These are 2 totally different golf courses. The Pecan course is the original course. It's very undulating, lots of hills and valleys and water. And then the Nutcracker golf course is the course that was built through the orchard. Now, if you want to play 6-7 days a week, well, then you're probably going to have to join the Nutcracker. And currently, as of today, this is June of 2022, the Nutcracker has met its capacity, and they are starting a waiting list. So it's something that you could get on the waiting list for. The Ladies Golf Association, the Men's Golf Association, they play on Tuesday, Thursday. So if one is playing Pecan on Tuesday, the other is playing Nutcracker. And then if one is playing Pecan on Thursday, the other is playing the Nutcracker. So definitely 2 to 3 times a week for golf. We have a system at Pecan called the 4Ts system. It's an app on your phone, and what you do is you just register and you say, I would like to get a tee time Saturday at 7:35. You see there's a couple people playing. I want to jump on there with my daughter, and then we'll have a foursome. So then they'll approve you. They'll send you back an email, or they'll send you back a text that says, you're starting at whatever time you requested. So it is a lottery system, and how we use the reservation system so that you can get to play golf as much as you want. All right, so that was security. We talked about trash. We talked about EMS. We talked about golf. Let's talk about dining. There is tons of dining opportunities in Pecan Plantation. We have the ballroom. We have the Brazos room. We have the 19th hole, and we have the Marina. So my favorite place is the Marina. I mean, what a fantastic burger. You're sitting outside. There's always a wonderful breeze. You're able to watch the golfers. I love to go eat at the marina after playing tennis. I just think it's great. Appetizers, salads, tasty things are available at the 19th hole. The marina is going to be like burgers and onion rings, French fries, fried catfish. The 19th hole has just a great menu. Brazos room always has something beautiful. We've got a fantastic executive chef, and he's doing a great job. You don't have to have reservations necessarily, but you probably want to. Sometimes we have buffets, for Mother's Day or Sunday buffets. All of that information of what the current schedule is going to be in the Columns magazine. So that is dining. There are other places to eat in Pecan, such as the Village, but right now we're just talking about what you're getting for your homeowners association and what you're getting as far as your amenities. We're going to talk about committees. There is a committee for everything in Pecan. If there's not a committee for it, you don't need it, or you should start one. So let's talk a little bit about some of the committees. I'm just going to high overview quite a few of them. We've got the airport committee. We have 2 airstrips out here, the original Pecan airstrip and the landings. So there is an airport committee. If you are a pilot or want to be a pilot or just have an interest in that, that is a great committee to get involved in. It is a very active group. We've got the ACC, which stands for the Architectural Controls Committee. These are the folks that if you're going to put a pool in, or you want to add a golf car garage to your home because there isn't one, that you are going to present your plans and get your permits through the Architectural Controls Committee to make sure that you're following the rules. These rules aren't here to hurt us. They are here to help sustain our values, home values, that is. We've got an appeals panel. So I've said we have security. These security guards are not police officers. They're not armed. Their whole goal is to just enforce our rules. And if you are speeding, that is breaking a rule and you could get a ticket. So we do have a process to be able to fight those tickets or appeal those tickets is probably a better word. And that's the appeals committee. We have an audit committee. We have a bylaws and governance committee. We have a communications committee. I have sat on the communications committee years ago. Fantastic way to meet new people. It is to get involved in a committee. Find something that you like, something that you enjoy. It's a great way to meet new people. We have an entertainment committee. This one is a fun one. The entertainment committee is responsible for getting all of the parties that we have and the social activities and the street dances. What an awesome, fun group of people that is. We have a finance committee. That would not be something I would sit on. That would make me crazy. But if you like numbers and you're into that, that's your jam, you would probably enjoy that. We have the golf committee. We have the horse owners committee. We have the equestrian center out here. And it is a fantastic group of people. Those ladies out there and gentlemen, but the ladies, I hang out with some of them and they're just really awesome. So horse owners, a great committee to be a part of. Food and beverage committee. Those folks on the food and beverage committee, they're probably being able to try some really fantastic recipes and maybe picking some wine and, helping select some of those awesome items that you're getting at the Brazos room. We have an infrastructure committee. We have the Linmo Committee. The Linmo Committee is the legal relationship that we have. It's an agreement between the developer and the homeowners association. So that's called the Linmo Agreement. And the Linmo Agreement states, you're welcome to read it all, but basically the developer can develop 1,500 more homes before we're at capacity in Pecan. So there is a Linmo Committee. There's the Long Range Planning Committee, which is fantastic. My husband has sat on that. The Marina Committee, I think those folks are actively working right now and doing a great job. We just went and had burgers there the other night. They had a live band out there and it was a rocking scene. There was hardly any parking because there were so many people down there. They were having a fantastic time. New Member Orientation Committee, I'm on that one. I love that committee. I love to meet all the new people that have come here and I love to talk about Pecan. We've got the Safety and Security Committee. I've sat on that committee before and that's a fun one. I always used to like, before they separated safety and security from appeals, we'd have people that would come in and they would be like, listen, I got a ticket and I want to appeal it. And so they talk to the security committee and tell us, that security, he was so mean to me and blah, 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 blah. And then our security director would be like, okay, we've heard your side of the story. Now let's watch the video. Okay, so all of our security people are wearing video monitors. So if you're telling us that they were mean to you, they better have been mean to you, because we're fixing to watch a video of how nice they were. Just heads up. We've got a sports and rec committee, and of course we've got a wildlife committee. So out here in Pecan, we have tons of wildlife. If you've driven through Pecan, or when you drive through Pecan, you're gonna see deer everywhere. And right now, we're coming off the spring into the summer, and this is the time where you see all those precious little baby deer. And it's really cool. So there is a wildlife committee that helps manage that. We don't own the deer in Pecan Plantation. The deer are owned by the state of Texas, and we are tasked with managing the herd. So there is a wildlife committee that is into all things wildlife. So let's talk about clubs and activities. Again, if you can't get enough of a committee, now you got some clubs and activities. If there's not a club or an activity out here, then you can start your own. I always tell people you can be as private as you want or as social as you want. So some of the things that we've got going on, Pecan Plantation Women's Club. This is a fantastic group of amazing women, and they get together, they have fun, they laugh, they enjoy themselves. They also raise money for charity. So what a great place to get plugged in to have a party with a purpose. We've got the Breakfast Club. They meet, I think it's on the 2nd and the 4th Tuesday of the month. They always have a fantastic speaker and a fantastic program. And it's a great social club that meets in the morning. We've got bridge clubs, card clubs. There is the Brazos River Sports Club. I have seen those guys down at the Marina, either fishing or doing something educational for families. The Green Thumb Garden Club, they're fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about the Pecan Activity Center. We're going to get into that in a little bit more details, but there's always some kind of an exercise class going on. And the exercise schedule for yoga or dance lessons or whatever is going to be in the Columns magazine. Of course, we've got the LGA and the MGA, which is the Ladies Golf Association and the Men's Golf Association. So those are clubs, activities. The Pecan Community Gardens, fantastic group of people. Pickleball Association, let me tell you, pickleball is all the jam right now. Everybody's doing it. We've got indoor pickleball, we've got outdoor pickleball. That is like the fastest growing group out here in Pecan right now. Pecan Plantation, that is our dog park. We have a 2.5 acre dog park that has a big dog side and a little dog side, and that is the best gossip in Pecan Plantation. I'm going to tell you that right now. So dog owners, the best ever. Love going down there. We've got the Art Guild. We've got senior softball. And this is not seniors in high school. These are grown men out there acting like children. No, I'm kidding. They're not acting like children. Well, maybe they are. But they are out there playing softball. They play on Tuesdays. And they're just out there having a blast. You can, when I go take my dog to the dog park sometimes, I'll see them out there. You'll see all these tons of cars at the Pecan Activity Center, and you're like, what's going on? What am I missing? And then you'll see all those guys out there playing softball. They're a hoot. We've got an archery range, air gun range, and that has just grown over the years. It's really, really cool. Whenever you drive down past the RV park, you can see it, and it's a very active group. And then Tennis Association, we've got a travel club. So there's no shortage of activities out here, of committees, clubs, activities. There's so much to do. So the monthly assessment in Pecan Plantation is currently $199.23, and that includes your trash service. So you are paying this once a month. You have a bill that comes out. Anything additional that's on your bill is because you've either spent money at the club, or your kids got something up at the pack, they got a water or a Gatorade, or maybe you've joined Pecan Plantation and you're paying your annual $30 fee. But your base monthly association fee is $199.23, and that's if you're a homeowner and have trash service. If you just own a lot and don't require trash service, then you're going to pay $182.75. And then finally, I'm going to end on the initiation and transfer fee. So we talked about this being mandatory, and so you're going to pay a one-time only initiation and one-time only transfer fee. And currently, as of May 1st, 2022, the transfer fee is $913 plus $61.36 for tax, which equals $974.63. And the initiation fee is $3,669. So your total initiation and transfer fee, one time only, is going to be $4,643.63. And let me tell you, what a bang for your buck. I love Pecan Plantation. My family loves it. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned, watch more videos. We post new material weekly, and thanks for watching.